Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys can hear me. Had a little bit of an audio issue, that's why the delay. Welcome in. We'll get started soon. Can you guys hear me? Just a little mic testing, guys. Put a yes if you can hear me in the chat. You can hear me, right? Okay. Audio's low. All right. Let me see if I can turn this up. Oh my god. It's just okay. Looks good. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Sorry for the delay. I had some issues, but looks like I fixed it. Welcome in another episode of Stock Tuesdays. We had quite a session today until end of the day. President in charge tweeting, causing our market to sell off right before FOMC rate decision. Now, someone said clean chart. Yep. Hold on. Everything's good, right? All right. So there's a bunch of things, right? Today, first I want to go over what trades we took. We took a very beautiful trade on Meta. At the same time, we were able to get the direction right on SPY. If you guys didn't participate in the afternoon session, it was quite a session. You guys can clearly see this here. There was news regarding the Iran and Israel conflict that's happening. Likely, we are going to get involved in it in some way, shape, or form. I don't know the lot of details until it actually happens. But Trump has been tweeting, and as we broke supports, more and more sellers started to participate. Now, the funny thing is, this 597 level on SPY, you can see this little box here, right? Green box. They were holding it pretty well, but after hours, they dumped it. Now, this is going to be a very key level going forward for us starting tomorrow. Now, if market gaps down, right? If market gaps down even more, at the morning, we are going to use this as our supply to take downside plays. Okay, so this 597, 596.50, this 50-cent range is going to be our big supply. Okay, now I don't know where we're going to open tomorrow. This is going to be the very tricky part. Lately, all we've been doing is gap down after hours, gap up pre-market, gap down after hours, gap up pre-market, and then the same thing, gap down after hours, gap up pre-market. So tomorrow could be the same. We could very easily just open up above 598 or 599. And if that happens, we are going to have a very tough session heading into FOMC. Okay, because this range, you guys can see, it's so not a lot of volume, and it's all untapped. It's all fully tapped here. Not a lot of volume here. They did give us a give move to the downside a little later in the day, but the ideal case scenario for us is if they gap down a little bit more, and then we can take it on a reject. We'll have to wait and see. To be honest, I don't want to develop a bias. It's too early. These ranges are pretty tight. Anything can happen overnight. Tomorrow they come out and say that, hey, Iran has reached a deal, and the whole market just rips. Okay, so there's no point in trying to overanalyze and plot levels right now, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, so let me go over the chart right now. I'll go over Meta first. You guys can see this big box here, right? So this is the box that we have been bouncing off of these last few days. This is the first bounce. This is the second bounce. This is again the third bounce. They are unfortunately struggling big time around this 705. SPY becoming weak did not help our case either. This area here is now supply. Okay, so pretty straightforward supply and demand zones for Meta. We absolutely killed it today. Tomorrow we'll have to wait and see. Now if we can get back above this green box, we're bullish again. Okay, I mean the levels are pretty clear. You can see I'm on the hourly chart right now. If it gets back above 700, you can probably trade it again. Another entry here, right? Get a back above 700. We have another entry into 705. If we can clear this 705 area, today high of the day was around 706, which was previous day's high, right? We are going to push into 709. Once we break 708, 709, I think we'll push into 720. I don't think these are all low volume areas. This untapped all-time high areas. Once we clear this, we should make at least a $10, $20 move here. Okay. Let me come back to today's trade. It was a very nice trade. You had to time it with SPY, one of the stronger names in the market. So I'm on the 5-minute chart right here. See how Meta opened. So this was the pre-market high around 702, 703.50-ish area. We had the previous day's most recent high. So market opened right into this area, popped back into this previous day's high, and then pretty much sold into. The reason we are selling in these areas is because obviously previous day sellers are trapped here. Okay, so market didn't have a lot of juice. There's not a lot of volume participating. You can see the open here volume. We just sold back into it. But this selling, like if you guys heard me on live today, none of the selling that was happening today at the open was real selling. Okay, because no one's under any real pressure to sell, right? Longs are pretty comfortable holding. Shorts are desperate. They're shorting every high thinking a market's going to go down, and they weren't getting any reliefs. Now, this candle here, when they sold, this first candle was the sign for us. Okay, the fact that we were able to close above 700 tells us that there is not a lot of selling here. If 700 was a real liquid selling area, we wouldn't have easily just pushed back that. Okay, that was the sign. And then the second candle was a pivot. This is the first trade that we took. This was about 13 to 15% maybe. And then once we lose 700 again, I sold. My first entry was around here, this 698, 699 area. Okay, 699 and risk was 698. So this is a $1 risk. We made close to 15% and then sold runners close to break even. First trade done. And then second trade happened right here. Now you guys can see we are still holding the 699 level. And so the moment this candle again reclaimed back above the 700 area, I got filled. If you guys remember here, this candle here, our risk was 700, was about 5%. Okay, so the moment we got this confirmation wick that this level's holding, that was the cue that this was slowly going to grind back up. Now price action wasn't great. We slowly moved back up, and it took some time, but you can see we slowly cleared back the previous swing high, and then we started forming a trend here. Okay, you can see the clouds expanding here. Now on a normal day, if SPY was a little bit more stronger, this thing would have broken highs, broken 6706, and then pushed to 710. Now this thing was perfectly consolidating in this little range here, gearing to break out. But then Trump tweeted, right? Trump tweeted and said that we could potentially be involved in the war that's happening right now, the attack that's happening right now. All right, so that happened slowly. Even the strongest name, no matter what happened, news trumps. SPY was started to sell. We broke 600. We broke 599 big level, and then market just sold off into demand 597. Now tomorrow, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. This thing sold with the market. We kept holding our demand levels over and over, but we just sold back here. But Meta's still in bullish territory. I will go back to the hourly chart right here. So you guys can see this is the most recent test here. Okay, so ideally we want to see this 684 level hold on Meta, right? We had one test. This was the retest of supply. So if we do gap down here, we want to see the bullish structure hold. We don't want this to break under the 200 MA here. Okay, so we want to see the 684, 682 level hold. If it does and market does reclaim back to highs, My volume is low, unfortunately. Just turn it up, guys. I don't know what to do. We We'll just do it today, okay? I'll try to fix it after. There was some issue with my mic. I don't know what it is. It's not even with my mic. It's the issue with the streaming software. But I'll try to fix it next time. Okay. Um, I'll try to speak as loud as I can. Okay. So this 684, right? So we have to hold this now. So if market does gap down into FOMC and we hold this range, there is a good chance we can go back and reclaim highs again. Okay. So I don't know. Again, it's just too kind of premature to just speculate. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. FOMC rate decision. Maybe they'll cut some rates. If they do, market is going to rally. At least temporarily, we'll get a pop, and then after that, we'll see what the appetite is. This is the first time since this attack between Iran and Israel started to happen. For the first time, Trump said that, hey, we are going to get involved. We are occupying the skies of Iran. He's never said anything like that. This is the first time. I wouldn't even call this a sell-off, because if there was a real intent behind selling, right? SPY would have dropped like 4-5% today. Okay, SPY did not drop as much. It just broke through some intraday supports here, and we're still holding structure on SPY. So tomorrow is the real tell. Either we are going to get back above this green box and we're going to reclaim this consolidation structure, or we are going to keep selling, and this will be the official sell for that start of that trend reversal. So we are still in this little consolidation area, and tomorrow we are going to find out. So tomorrow morning will be very tricky, but it's a red decision day, so I don't even think SPY contracts will move that well. But we'll see tomorrow how it plays out. Thursday markets closed, and Friday is again quad witching. So it's going to be a pretty slow week. We don't want to fuck around and find out this week. We don't want to commit too much risk and lose a bunch of money. So we have to be a little careful. Yes, guys, if you're just joining in, smash the like button. There's more than 100 of you here. Please smash the like button, subscribe. I have a bet actually with someone. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe. Okay, I have a bet with a little one of my friends, and I don't want to lose that bet. So hit subscribe. I said I would gain 54 subscribers. All right, so subscribe and help me out here, and we'll see if we can get some good trades tomorrow. All right. Okay, so another chart I really like is Tesla. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but Tesla is very close to this green box here. So Friday, how many of you attended the live trading session? If you guys remember, pre-market, I said that this green box is where you want to buy long, right? So Tesla ripped like crazy on Friday. Last Friday, Tesla ripped from 312 all the way to 330. Crazy move. And then what happened? Monday we sold into that. Today we sold into that. Now tomorrow we are coming here. Now I'm not going to even complicate this chart for you guys. Okay, this box is our zone, 310, 312 to 313. Okay, so maybe $2.5. Okay, if we break this, I will give you a quick little hint here. Last time we broke this level, we dropped all the way back down here to 280, and then what happened? Positive news. We just got back right back here. So what you see in common here is there's not a lot of activity in this area. It's a low volume area, right? So quick moves can happen in these areas, right? So if we do break this, we 310, 390, 309, whatever, we can quickly drop $4 or $5 quickly. Okay, so this is a trade I'm watching both sides. Either we flush and reclaim quickly for a long side based on market direction, or if we flush this convincingly, this will turn into supply, and we're going to just short with this as our resistance. Okay, so this I personally think the reason this is happening is because their auto, the auto driving thing is coming out soon, and I think that there's either going to be a delay on this, or there's going to be some kind of issue or something like that, or the market's just selling the news. Okay, one of these three things. It's not holding at all. I have been watching the tape on this name for the last few days. Maybe this is exit liquidity, but we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So this is the green box here, plotted in your own chart. and we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow we don't get an opportunity, but Friday will definitely take Tesla. Okay, Tesla is something I'm watching this week. Maybe I'll take one more trade this Friday. This Friday I want to actually signal it. Okay, this is something we will keep an eye on. And another chart I want to keep an eye on is Apple. Okay, so Apple, I don't know, it's a kind of in the keeping a very low profile, but it's doing is every time it pops to the 200 MA, you guys can clearly see this. Anytime it pops here, sell, pops here, sell, pops here, sell, pops here, sell. Okay, every time it pops to the 200 MA, it's basically a swing trade, right? It's just selling, selling, selling. So this is still very much in a downtrend. So the only place where I want a long Apple, if that happens tomorrow or whenever, is if we can get above this level here. This 215 is one big level. Second swing high is here, 208. Okay, so this is the big red area here for Apple that we need to clear for any upside. All right. So Apple long term, if you want to even long any swing, we want to get above this red box here and start EMS need to start curling. Until then, every time it pops, all it's getting is doing is sold into. Now we are approaching a very big area here. If you guys can see this level here, this 193. Okay. Now today I was watching this under 197, but I didn't take that trade because it kind of broke down pretty late in the day. I wasn't trading at that time. But if tomorrow we can gap under these two levels, this is again going to become a supply zone. Okay, this is going to become a supply zone and we can take short side trades. All really depends on SPY direction. So if this thing is just chopping in this range, I won't take it. But if it can get under this level, I like to take it. Okay, because the next nearest support is around 190. It's a $3 drop here. All right, so this is a pretty cool looking chart. I have not traded this in this area, but if it does do that breakdown, I will like to take it. Okay. All right. Any other chart request? That's pretty much it. Another name I'm watching is Nvidia. If we can get under 142, I like it. But right now, this chart is. Let me remove some diagrams here. This chart is pretty. We took this trade yesterday on the momentum of around 144, 145. But you can see this here. This is the 4-hour trend flip here, and this is the high here. All right, so this in this area it's kind of difficult to trade. If you want real downside move, you want to get under at least this level here, this 142 here. 142, the most recent 4-hour low is 141, 145, 50. Okay, so these are the levels here on Nvidia. I really don't want to take this trade here with within this chop range, but if it can break above this, we'll probably see a $4 range, $4 move to 150. If we break under this 142, we have a level at 140, and 140 breaks, we can drop to 138. All right, so this is Nvidia. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow FOMC, but this is Nvidia's level. Any other charts, guys? PLTR. Okay, let's look at PLTR. Hit the like button, guys. There are like 160 of you here now. Oh wow, PLTR finally gave up. Does that mean the war is coming to an end? Is that what it is? Um, yeah, PLTR. I mean, it broke this 140. This is the level for today, right? So the 140 level, you can see the trend finally flipping here. So tomorrow, if it can get above 140, go long. If it doesn't, just stay short on this. Okay. This is clearly looking like a top formation here on PLTR, at least temporary top. Now, news can change anything overnight. If maybe we get something related to the war, maybe there's going to be some upside, but we don't know that yet. Until that happens, there's really nothing we can do here. All right. So 140, the next level under that is this 134. This is the same level that we've been using to go long off of 134, 135. You'd flip this trend, then it drops to the 100 MA here to 127. So demand here is 134, and under that you can use maybe a whole number 130 and then at 128. All right. uh, Nvidia smells like blood. Okay, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, the thing is, Nvidia is holding. I would avoid being too bearish. Okay, like the thing is, think about it, guys. The news that came out today. How long have we known about this Iran and Israel thing, right? We've known about this for give or take a week. Market has not sold. Every dip has gotten just bought. Okay, and today we said we were going to get involved, and SPY drops $2. maybe $3, and we bounce back. So this is not real selling. Okay, just because you see some, the thing is, if that news, if the market really didn't like that news, we would have dropped $10 today. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying? Put a yes if you are understanding. Okay, market didn't sell as much. If that's all. I mean, we're potentially getting involved in a war, and that's it. We didn't sell as much, right? You want to see $10 drops. Where is the chaos? Where is the panic? Like, there's nothing there. If people are really scared shitless about war, why aren't we selling? Right? So you got to question these things. Okay. Now I know some of you are. If you go to Twitter, everyone is a war expert right now. Everyone. Last week they were an expert on Elon Musk and Trump's relationship. Today they're war experts on everything that's happening in the Middle East. Okay, and next week they're going to be experts on, I don't know, oil, and following week it's about gold. The thing is, if you're a trader, again I'll repeat this, if you're a trader, the charts are the truth. Okay, levels are the truth. Okay, do not forget everything else. It doesn't matter what the news actually is, it's how the market reacts to that news. Tomorrow, even if they cut rates, it doesn't matter. That may be bullish on an economic standpoint. But the market, how it reacts to it, that is what we care about. Okay? A piece of advice for you guys, if you are a day trader, stop trying to make sense of everything. Just trade levels, keep your risk tight, your stop loss maybe 10, 15, maximum 20%, and focus on holding your winners, cut your losers quick. That's it. Don't complicate this way more than it actually needs to be, right? Whenever I see someone saying something, it's just like, dude, like, what are you guys even talking about? Okay, you just don't need any of that stuff. Just focus on charts. If and you'll save yourself a lot of hair and headache. You don't complicate it. Now PLTR chart, while we're here, look at this. This trend is still uptrending. Okay, maybe we'll break structure. All right, maybe we don't. Okay, so we are at this critical area. Tomorrow, if it gets above 40, 140, go long again. If it doesn't, like 134 is that support level. Okay, 134 breaks, you can buy a short. All right, let's look at some more chart. Come closer to the mic. I mean, it's not working, man. What do you want me to do? Uh, I gotta update the settings. Don't worry. AVGO. Okay. We still can't hear. Okay, it's better. All right. Oh, this is a nothing burger, man. You can't trade this until it clears one of these ranges. Um, you don't know what's going to happen. So it broke trend here, but it just retested the trend line again and failing. So if you want to go short, I would go short under this 240, or maybe at least under this 4-hour candle here. This is a nice level, actually. Let me draw this. I haven't traded AVG in a while, but this is a level here, 243. Okay, 243 to $243 gap here. And if you want to take it upside, you want to at least get above this 4-hour range here. Okay, 254. Now it all really depends on your data, so we don't know tomorrow what it's going to do. So just set your alerts, and we'll see how it plays out. AMD. Wow, looks nice. Very nice looking chart. Nothing doing. Still trend holds. I'd say stay bullish as long as 123, 124 holds. 124. I'd say stay bullish as long as this level, maybe 123.50. Let me draw a little box for you guys. Okay, so this is the retest area, so I'd say stay long as long as this level holds here. All right, so if we test here and start wicking or reclaiming, you can go long on this. I really like this chart. I didn't think AMD had this kind of strength, but it is looking good. This is a nice looking chart. Now for upside, we really need to clear this 130, but knowing how AMD trades, I would just keep sticking to buying dips. Okay, wait for dips to happen, wait for reclaims to happen. Once reclaimed, enter the trade. Market structure doesn't mean much. You could have a bullish structure, HH and LL, but if you're coming into massive supplies, you could have to be careful on longs. Yeah, this is why I always buy dips. When was the last time you saw me buying at the very highs? I don't do that. Right? Today, Meta, I bought the dip. SPY, I buy the dip. You just have to buy the dips. When you're trading at all-time highs and market struggling for liquidity, you are going to want to buy like an equity trader. Equity trader, what would they do? They would buy, they would just place all their bids and supports and wait for one of those levels to hold and just go long. That's it, simple as that, right? The problem happens is if you're trying to capture like big breaks or something. You can do that. You just have to be very nimble with your stops, trade with momentum, and if it level doesn't hold, cut quickly. Okay, that's kind of how you have to be if you're trading momentum on breakouts and whatnot. Otherwise, you just have to be very, very careful and respect your stops. MU. Yeah, pretty similar looking chart with your AMD. Most recent 4-hour levels here. So this is the zone you want to hold. Okay, so you can kind of see here. This is the 4-hour touch here, 4-hour touch here. So you draw a little box here. So you want to see this level hold on AMD, on sorry, MU, right? As long as this hold, so we are going to get like a, so once this we break this green cloud, we will get a break in structure, right? For the first time ever, when we retest this, most likely you're going to get a wick. If we wick off of this, what is this level? 117, 117.5, whatever, right? Start seeing a wick. You can, once you see the level hold, try it. Okay, enter with a tight risk, and if this thing does end up wicking back into 118, 120, you'll make a lot of money, right? If it doesn't, maybe you'll lose 5-10%. That's it. Okay. Now it all depends on whether we actually get a trend reversal tomorrow. So SPY does break trend, right? When I say break trend, we closed above 597, but the next key level on SPY, let me go back here, right? Most recently, where did we drop? Here, 594. So we need to get under this 594. We have a gap fill here into 593, and then this is the most here. Okay, so 591. So if we break all of these areas here and then we drop, we can drop to 580. But until then, this is, I really think this is just a trap here. Okay, I think this is a trap. They kind of painted a bad news and then they made a few sells. They closed under 597. They held 597 and after hours they dropped $1. If this 4-hour candle, again, you can, this is going to be posted, right? What could this, if this does end up being a reversal, right? First of all, we want to see this 4-hour candle fully reclaim, and we want to see this closing candle reclaim. So basically, for bullish sentiment to be intact, right, we want to clear 601. Okay, so imagine a full green candle coming in here above 601, right? You can easily define risk, maybe $1 risk, 601 to 600 or something like that, and then take a trade into 604. Okay, now the problem is tomorrow we have a red decision. Most likely we're going to get, say, upside candle or a big downside candle, and that's going to basically be either if it drops big, we're going to just trigger major demand and we're going to bounce. If we rip into highs, there's a chance that it could keep going and squeeze shorts out, or we're going to just fade that right there, then and there, today or tomorrow. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see. For shorts to really get triggered, we need to break 605. So you can see these consolidation candles here in the 4-hour, these last few days, every pop has gotten sold into and every dip has been bought by bulls. Most of the big buyers are here in this block area here. You guys can see this, right? So this is the big block area here. These shorts got trapped here. These shorts got trapped here, and then they all got covered here. These shorts are all getting trapped here. Let me remove these lines here. Okay, so you guys can see this. These shorts here, they got trapped in this area, and then they have to cover here. These shorts are getting trapped here. Same pattern that's happening here, happening here, is happening here. Okay, so this can easily go this way, or we can come back down here to 586. Okay, so be very careful. Next few days, don't blow your account. Right, tomorrow we are not going to be able to get like crazy trades like the last few days. Okay, so we're probably going to just cash flow maybe 10-15% trade or something like that, and then call it a day quickly. And then red decision is going to happen. I usually don't trade after the decisions applied, but if you are trading, please have fixed sizes, steady stops. Don't blow your account. Thursday is the holiday. Friday is squad witching. So a lot of things can happen overnight. We'll have to just wait and see. I don't really have a lot of expectations, but that's usually a better way to approach these markets. Guys, like the video, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Help me out, yeah. Help a brother out. Oracle. Okay, let's look at Oracle. Very nice looking chart. I like this as well. So Oracle is approaching. Again, you guys should probably know this. So this area here. All right. So if you were to draw a little zone here, it's a 4-hour 21 EMA. So 201, 202. This is the area that you want to see hold. Don't try to just long right into it. Wait for a wick. Wait for some kind of demand confirmation. Once it holds, then do it. So this is just being sold into. Now either you take it here or you take it above this bull flag here, 215. Okay, 215, 260. Okay. Someone said I found out. That's fine. Just refund your account, man. We go again. USO. I mean, oil should be up because of what's happening. Yeah, it's just up. Nothing doing here. I wouldn't trade oil like how you would trade a normal stock, but again, it's the same 4-hour structure you want to see maintained. So this is my long spot would be on this 78 and 79. So maybe if it flushes 80 and then starts wicking up of 78 or 79, you can go long on that. Okay, CLH. It's a great looking chart. It's a chart, all right, but I don't know if it's great. Uh, Same thing. I mean, today we already had the test of liquidity. Guys can see we broke the 4-hour trend and then wick. This is kind of what you want to see on the other charts, by the way. Okay. If you, This is a perfect example of what I want to happen in MU, AMD. What is the previous chart? PLTR or not PLTR? What did I just look at? Something. That one, and then AVGO, for example, right? You want to see this happen there, all right? Um, yeah, I wouldn't take it here. If you're going to take it about today's size, because it's kind of in a box here. Okay, so you want to see momentum build up. Trade with momentum on this. STZ, STZ. Let's look at STZ. Oh my God. I hope you're not long on this yet, because it's approaching this deep area. But the way these kinds of things work, it's going to sell. It's not going to hold this. But it is very oversold. Um, so in these kinds of situations, what I want to do is right. So I'm just predicting this here. Okay, let's see what the next level is on now. Right. Okay, this area here. So let's say there's a level here and then a level here. Okay. All right. So what I would like to see is maybe we flush this 160, drop to 158 or 156, and then reclaim one of these levels. Okay. So let me just draw this for you. Yeah, this is at least you want to see one more strand of strength, right? Maybe tomorrow it does that. You don't know. So maybe if it does this, it could do well. But knowing what I know, it'll probably do this. It'll drop here, and then it'll do that. Okay. So these are your scenarios now. So I don't know how you're going to add to your position if you have a position already, but wait for at least one level to hold, then add, and then define your risk. Because the trend reversal hasn't happened. This is a clean downtrend. You're basically trying to catch a falling knife here. Okay. Now this thing can easily capitulate also. Entire market selling on war news and whatnot, right? I'll give you another example, guys. When the entire market selling, let's say there's like crazy panic coming in. No one out of their damn mind is going to be like, oh, let me buy some STZ. Like the market's struggling for liquidity, everyone's selling. They sell everything regardless of shape or form. It doesn't matter if it's STZ or Disney or like Tesla or anything. When everything sells, everything sells. Okay, they're not going to take kindly. All right, so be careful. All right. Now all of these names. Okay. We want to see trend reversal. The thing is, long-term time frame. I don't know what time frame you guys are trading in, right? You could be 6 months in, 3 months in. I don't know. I didn't know it was a swing. Okay, my bad. So you don't know the time frame, right? So the market selling, everything will sell regardless. So just have your stops. Be patient. Now if data is good tomorrow, market rips, everything may drip with it. Okay, so just be careful. Damn, you guys are putting me in a trick, asking me trick questions. That's crazy. Kava. Wait, let me see what happened to Reddit today. I heard. Oh, what is the Reddit symbol? 6%. Oh, this looks nice. This looks nice. This looks like a squeeze chart coming in soon. So this looks nice. You guys can see we kind of just inverse this whole sell move here. Like look at this. This is kind of what I'll see usually. So you have this inverse, the sell move, right? And they kind of covered it here. And this move kind of sold. They covered it here. So who's losing here? Every sell is getting bought and every sell is getting bought, right? So bulls are winning here. So you kind of want to see this is a base now. I'm going to draw a little box for you guys. All right. So this is the most recent failure area, right? So if this level holds, this is bullish. Okay. So tomorrow any retest into 125 long. Okay. Now if we lose this, don't bother, right? Because we're going to drop back down here. But as long as this holds, the structure holds, just long into it. Okay. That is what I would do. Okay. What is the clouds? Ripster's clouds. Ripster's EMA clouds. That's the cloud I have. Okay. What about BAC? Actually, this is the first time someone's asking me about banks. Tomorrow's news is going to be important for banks. So the guys can say I drew a box here. Last time we broke this, retested, we popped back here. Okay. So every time we popped into this area, we'll just buy. But we need to see what the interest rate decision is. If interest rate decisions based on the interest rate decision, this is going to go up or down. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Now, ideally, banks are. I was saying GS unreal strength in the tip. Look at GS here, right? Market selling, GS is not selling. GS crazy strength. Now you want to see Goldman continue to hold. This is again another one of those indicators for the market. So you want to see Goldman hold at least this 615 area. Okay. So right now it's kind of coming to the 620. Looking like a trend flips coming in. The sells, market's gonna sell. This is why I said wait for until the decision comes, FOMC decision comes, and then we are going to get confirmation whether market sells on war news or we're going to sell on FOMC. We are going to make one a big move one way or the other. Either we're going to break to the upside or we're going to break trend and to the downside. Okay. I hope downside though, because it's kind of getting a little difficult to trade at these highs. We just keep having to rely on squeeze volume, but it's not our place to decide where the market goes. We have to just play it safe. Kawa, pretty similar idea, guys. You saw STZ, right? Very similar chart. I'll just do the diagram so you guys understand this again. Take this. I don't even have to, you guys should be able to do this yourself, right? Big move up, okay? Big move sold into, right? So who's winning here? Bears are winning, right? So we're getting a pop here again. So what does this look like? This is a big move down. This is a big dead cat here, right? So if we break this low here, what is the next one? This here. We're going to come here, okay? So you should be able to see where the structure is just by looking at some bigger picture here on this, okay? Especially if you're doing. Now, if you want to go long on this, wait for this base to hold. It looks like it is holding for now. Now, if we do break this high here, this $100 level, right? Next time, what will happen next here? This is going to go here, right? It's going to go, oh, right? So it's going to go here, right? So these are all scenarios. Again, like I am charting this like how I would chart a day trading chart, but this is kind of like in a no trade zone here if you're doing a day trader here. So on this particular name, okay? Big move up, big move down, dead cat bounce, could break to the downside or it could break to the upside. So right now, it's gonna go. We gotta wait and see. Costco. Okay, let's look at Costco. I'm gonna do one more chart and then I'm gonna give you guys some tips for the week, and then now we can call it. All right, Costco. Uh, why is Costco selling when there is a potential war? Question of the day. Big move up, big move down. Bulls are winning. So I would say you can probably use fibs here in this situation. Like let's say you do fibs here. Yeah, in and around this area. So you want to see this 960, 940 level. This is the buy zone now. Because you can see bulls played, Bals played, bulls winning again. So you want to see this level or this zone here hold. Maybe use this as an entry spot. Okay. So this green box here. Okay. Use that as your entry spot. Now if this breaks, trend again flips. Okay. So this is the last line of defense. So if this is going to hold trend, maybe we tap liquidity here and then reverse. All right. Will you be doing another mentorship toward the end of the year? I'm doing one this summer. If you guys are interested, on this video there's a link to subscribe to the. Just join the waitlist. If I can get you in, I'll get you in this batch. Otherwise, maybe I'll do one later this year. But this is going to be the last batch for this summer. Until summer's over, I'm not going to do another one. Just join the waitlist. It just takes 2 minutes, and if there's an opportunity now, I'll get you in. If not, next time. All right, next chart, guys. One more chart, MRK. All right, this is the last chart, and then I'll talk about how to approach these next few days. Yeah, this looks like it's just failing here. So you want MRK to get above 83, 83, 84 for you to see some upside on this. So right now it's kind of just bouncing up and down, but I'll just do the same thing here. Look at this. Big move up, big move down, big move up, big move down. So you want to get above this level, right? So if this is going to be an inverted bullish structure again, you want to get above this. But it looks good though for longs. If it can, it just needs to hold this current low. So if you're on longs right now, just use this as your stop, and then you can kind of see this. We flushed this, we reclaimed. Maybe use this here. Yeah, and then we just need to get above 82 here. If it does, this looks good. I like this. Joel Pui, just apply again, man. You must have missed it. Okay, apply it again, and I'll look at your application. Any other charts? Good. All right. So let's look at SPY again. I'm going to just come up with like a little game plan for the week. All right. This is SPY chart. Looks clean now without any levels. So I'll just draw it pretty easy for you guys. Okay. So this 4-hour here zone, and then the 601 here. Okay, let's say keep 602 today's size. Okay, this is the zone, guys. All right. Now, if we lose this, we're going to test the 200 MA for sure. Okay, this area here. Now, whether we do that or not, I am not sure. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, these are the 3 zones. Tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to be on live, so you guys can hear me decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. But this is what we have for everything that's happening here. Tomorrow market week, if I want to go bullish, I want to see this candle get inversed here. This 4-hour candle. Okay, 4-hour candle closes around 601. The open is around 601. So this is the one that I want to get above. All right. And for downside, I am really not going to participate in these areas, especially with data, because there's no near level that I can trust. Okay, so if I'm going to go short, maybe I need to get a reject around 588, 589 or something like that. Okay, and if I'm going to go long, I need to get above this. I'm not going to short into demand, so you will not hear me participate in a short right into demand, because that is suicidal from a risk reward standpoint. Maybe we'll get an intraday move. If that happens, we'll see. But if not, I won't be participating. All right, QQQ, same thing. Really same thing. You guys can see this green box that I did last time when we did the pre-market webinar live. Every time we break, we just lose. So all you had to do was just short every time we lost this zone here. Okay. Today, in fact, the same thing happened, but today only because we sold because of the news. Same thing. You want to see the invert of this candle. If we can get above 532, 533. This is a long chart. I will not be shorting into demand on QD to QQQ. These are my other levels, 526, 522, and then 516. All right. Now, if we break all of this, we're going to drop to the 200 MA, as simple as that. This is a pretty big move. I don't know if we're going to make that move right into FOMC. This is a 3 and a 4% move here on QQQ. All right. I don't know if this will happen tomorrow, but crazier things have happened. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Take some rest, drink some coffee, enjoy some food, get some good sleep. Tomorrow morning, let's see if we can get some cash flow trades, and then we'll see how FOMC impacts the market, and then we'll have a day off, and then Friday quad witching. Okay, I'll see you guys in the chat tomorrow morning. Have a great weekend, have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Hit the like button before we go. All right, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and then we are done. Okay, see you guys. Bye.